What's going on, you crazy bastards? You're back here with Rob Kimball from sonsofwrestling.com for a WWE Raw review. And this was a decent Raw. We have the fallout of SummerSlam. The Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar is your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion and now unified the belts. We have a new championship belt. All the belts have the new logo. The entire getup has the new WWE logo, which I am a huge fan of. I like symmetrical stuff, and the old chicken scratch just didn't work for me. I like this. I'm a big fan of the 80s WWF logo. That's probably why. So we start off the show. Daniel Bryan's music hits, and we have lots of yes, yes, yes chants in the crowd, but it's Stephanie McMahon that comes out wearing a shirt that resembles the classic yes, yes, yes shirt, saying Steph, 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 and she continues with the yes, yes, Steph. And she's playing the role really good. She picked up that victory yesterday on SummerSlam, and well, she comes out thanks to fans for all the cheers that actually she didn't get, but she's doing it well. And she states tonight we're presenting a new WWE World Heavyweight Championship belt, and that's the way we're going forward. The new logo, it is it. It's now. Yeah, I like it. So, comment below. What do you guys think of the new championship belt? The new logo, the entire getup on all the other belts, especially the IC belt. It looks awesome on the side plates. I like it. I think it looks much better. That's just my opinion. But you guys can comment below and tell me why it's better or why it's not. So I would like to communicate with you guys about this, and we can hold a decent forum. Pro wrestling fans unite. That's how we stick together. Support pro wrestling. That's what I keep saying. Then she brings down Nikki Bella. She says all this time Brie Bella's been holding her back. She's always been the one trying to, one her up, fucking get married first, this and that. And well, she ain't having it no more. Brie Bella comes down. She says that she forgives her. Like, she will forgive her. It's okay. Well, this turns into a goddamn slap across the face. Doesn't matter. She leaves crying, and Stephanie McMahon's face tells 1,000 words. It's awesome. It's great the way she just I like it. So anyway, and that's the way that goes out. And then we have the Luke Harper, Erick, Rowan, Wyatt's versus Henry and Big Show. And really, this match here, yeah, decent, ton of big guys, man, and some of the stuff going on is pretty cool shit. And we get Rowan. He hits a monster body slam to Big Show. That was pretty fucking cool. And the usual Luke Harper super kick to Big Show, which is a great thing. Like, that is pretty cool. And then we have Erick Rowan up in Mark Henry's World's Strongest Slam, and this turns into a Luke Harper kick to the face. Sort of missed the mark, but hey, that was a great attempt with another body in front of a big body. He did almost get him. So that was pretty cool, but in the end here, you got Luke Harper and Erick Rowan going to take down Mark Henry. Big Show comes in, weapon of mass destruction to Luke Harper, and then weapon of mass destruction to Erick Rowan. Mark Henry, World's Strongest Slam, done. And I guess they're going to be on main event too, which I rarely watch that, so I bet you Big Show and Mark Henry win. Then we have backstage Ric Flair, woo, and Dolph Ziggler. Hell yes. And it looks like Miz, he steps in too. No longer under the wing of Ric Flair, because Flair and Ziggler, now that is a pair that you could put together and it's badass. So anyway, Miz just running his mouth and Dolph Ziggler says, "You're not an A-lister, you're more like an A-hole." And we get another woo! Works for me, man. That's cool shit. Then we move on to Seth Rollins backstage, thinking that, you know, he is the future of everything of this company. Then we get a bucket of ice water dumped onto him, and he turns around and it's Dean Ambrose looking shocked. He's like, "What? It's for charity, dude." Slams the bucket in his face, right in the nose. That was awesome. We get a little brawl backstage, and then he goes running and whining to the Authority, Triple H and Kane, and they calm him down, tells him that he's going to have a match again tonight, so he can settle this shit. And they're going to leave it to the WWE Universe to pick the stipulation so he's not a martyr. And that's the way it's going to go down, to a fucking little vote. Whatever. Then we have Paige versus Natalya. And, well, you get AJ Lee skipping around the ring. This is enough of a distraction for Natalya to pick up the roll-up victory here. And then AJ Lee says that she wants to come in and shake her hand. Paige runs. She's out of there. So AJ Lee looks like she's coming for a title. So it looks decent. It is what it is. Then we have Triple H and Stephanie McMahon down to the ring with the old table and the cloth over, which we all know is a belt. The new WWE World Heavyweight Championship belt. And oh, I like it. I like it much better than the last one, that chicken scratch with the champion underneath it. I hated that belt. But then again, I hated the spinner belt too. So I think I liked the last one more than the spinner, after they had cut out the sections behind the WW and made that like with some tooling into the leather strap. That looked cool. But this new belt, hell yes, I like it. People say it looks like a class ring. Yeah, I see that, but it's bold and it's right to the fucking point. I like that. No more eagles. Why was there ever an eagle? I don't know. So the point is, my favorite belt is the fucking old school Hulk Hogan, the eagle there, the Iron Eagle. That shit. That's the one. But this new belt, nice. I like it. And I went into the WWE shop to look for it. Holy fuck! It's $429 or something. Too much. Drop it down to $300 and we got a deal. Not until then. So. And then you get Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman to the ring. And Brock Lesnar takes his new strap, and this is cool. They pose around the ring, pretty cool. And then Paul Heyman gets the mic. Everyone pay attention. Whew. Paul Heyman rocked this right out of the park. Fucking grand slam. Beautiful. And I like Brock Lesnar since last night. Looks like he's having fun. He's got this different sense of humor to him, and he's just killing people. I like it. He's just not this one-sided beast. He does have a sense of humor, and he did last night too on TMZ, if you've seen that little clip that he had. And, you know, it's pretty cool. So for a guy that likes to be alone and shit, he does have a sense of humor, and this is great. And, you know, eat, sleep, suplex, repeat. Eat, sleep, suplex, repeat. Paul Heyman, you are gold. Hell yeah. And he drops a little Brockonomics, and that is the eat, sleep, suplex, repeat. Brockonomics. Fuck yeah. And then there is no John Cena tonight. I guess next week he'll show up and tell us why and what and why and what and whatever. Doesn't matter. Thank you, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. Comment below, guys. John Cena, yes. As Paul Heyman put John Cena over, because he is a very talented guy. Week in, week out, a fighting champion. Yes, he is. And he's always trying to improve, and he's excellent on the mic. So, cannot take that away from him, and Paul Heyman doesn't. But Brock Lesnar says, what is dead is dead. Doesn't matter what it is. So, pretty cool. IC Championship match next. Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz, and Miz and his Amish fucking just bullshit. I don't know. He looked like a fucking Amish prostitute. In my opinion, I tweeted that out. Got a lot of retweets for that one. But it just, whatever. Dolph Ziggler ends up picking up the victory here. And Miz did get the figure 4 in. I thought that he would drop that after Ric Flair pretty much said to him, you're not worthy of Flair. So anyway, Dolph Ziggler with a freaking zigzag boom. That's it. You're over. That's awesome. So I like that shit. And we move on to Jack Swagger versus Cesaro for the 39,000th time. But in this case, now that Swagger's feud's done, Zeb Coulter wasn't ringside either, so Cesaro ends up picking up the victory here with a neutralizer. Fuck yes, Cesaro. 1 win. Let's turn it into 5. Hell yes, Cesaro is the guy. Even John Cena admits it. Hell yes. So we move on to the 6-man tag. Orton and Ryback versus Sheamus, RVD, and Reigns. And hey, guess RVD sticking around a little bit longer than everyone thought. And pretty damn good match. Fucking crowd reacts huge to Ryback. Feed me more. Ryback rules. Crowd erupts when he gets tagged in finally. This is something a year and a half ago was the deal. Feed me more. It was so over until he had that goddamn match with John Cena and they fucked up. And if they never did fuck that up, right now Brock Lesnar and Ryback would be the sickest fucking feud for months to come. But they had messed it up back then. So just saying, that would be awesome right now. Before he ever started his feud with John Cena and wearing the leather vest, jacket, fucking winter hat, and started becoming heel and talking about eating healthy, whatever. Should have never did it. Then we have the Usos, no, Bray Wyatt cuts a promo and he says that he's the new face of salvation, and the promo is obviously kick-ass. The usual. Awesome shit. Then we have the Usos versus Goldust and Stardust, and quick match. Stardust gets a roll-up victory here. That's that. Well, Dustbusters with a victory. Then we have Rusev. Comes out. Worked out in a victory, but Mark Henry comes out, and now this looks fucking awesome. And he tells him he's represented this country a couple times in the Olympics, and he never cared about anyone, but what happened last night made him hurt inside, seeing that flag drop. And well, Rusev goes to slug him, and well, Mark Henry gets him. That's that. Hell yes. Mark Henry, USA chance, really good shit. Good to see Mark Henry back out there doing something, because teaming up with Big Show is, it's fun for the fans, but for a little bit of a decent feud, throw him into with Rusev. This will be cool. And Mark Henry, I always thought he was short, but next to Rusev, he's kind of tall. So pretty cool shit. Can't wait for it. And then on to the main event. Holy shit. Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. And this just ends up, the fans get to pick the stipulation via the app, and it's a false count anywhere. And right from the get-go, we want Ambrose. The chants are huge and loud and clear and awesome. So we get Dean Ambrose nails a body slam with a chair wrapped around Seth Rollins. That was pretty freaking cool. And well, Seth Rollins comes back, he hits a power bomb on top of all these chairs. That looked painful, but Ambrose kicks the fuck out. And well, Rollins, he goes and grabs a table. Fans wanted the table anyway. We get the table in there, but we get Roman Reigns chants. People are loud. This was great. This is awesome. And then we get an Ambrose superplex to Rollins through the table. That was fucking awesome. Comment below on that. Hell yeah. Kane comes down, has to interfere, and Ambrose ends up taking out everyone. And then he goes for the dirty deeds to Seth Rollins, but Kane ends up choke slamming him onto the announcer's table. And then we get a curb stomp through this fucking, like, Kane pulls off this box and there's a stack of cinder blocks. And Seth Rollins goes for the curb stomp, slams them through these cinder blocks, breaks half of them. They shatter, which, if any of you have ever picked up a cinder block and threw it at something, or anything to do with a cinder block, if you have picked one up, you know that this is impossible. Otherwise, the man's face would have been crushed in. But either way, pretty cool. In the end, this is a way to take Dean Ambrose out for a little while because he's going to film the movie Lockdown. So, hey, it works out. And, you know, pretty fucking goddamn good ending, really. So, guys, Raw, it had some slow moments, but SummerSlam, I don't give a fuck, rocked. Was awesome. I like all the new belts. I love the new logo. Comment below, what's your thoughts on the logo? Why is Kane, you know, what's going to happen there? We're going to have a Kane-Dean Ambrose feud coming up after Dean Ambrose whoops the shit out of Seth Rollins, that is. And who's next in line for Brock Lesnar? Is it Dave Bautista? Just an idea. Like I said, if it was a different scenario, Ryback right now would be the perfect fucking guy. Cesaro down the road would be a nice one, but in the end at Mania, like I've been saying for a month, Roman Reigns will be that guy. But until then, Brock Lesnar's holding that belt for a while, and I love this new belt. I love it. And you can get it for $429, but I'm just going to watch the network for $9.99. Pay-per-views for $10. Shut up. That is fucking awesome. Guys, follow me at Twitter at Rob Kimball Brand. And you can get all the cool t-shirts I make at sonsofwrestling.com. Hit the t-shirt button. They're $19, not $9.99. I'm sorry, guys. They cost more to have the shirts. So, but maybe I'll make them $18.99 just to have that 99 twang to it. It's all nice, good shit. But there's 15% off on any order. Small, big, doesn't matter, coming up. I'll put the code in the description. And guys, hit the thumbs up. Thank you for the support. Support pro wrestling. United we stand and we make wrestling better. Peace.